Welcome back! I can't believe how fast this week went. It's already Friday and time to learn Parsha together. We're in for a real treat this week. Can you guess why? That's right! It's a double Parsha! Remember to pay attention for the quiz at the end. This week's double Parsha is Nitzavim Vayelech. Parsha Nitzavim begins by Moshe having all the Jewish people come together so he can give them the last parts of advice before he passes away. The Parsha begins on Moshe's last day on earth. Moshe is going to pass away that night. I'm so sad. Moshe was such a great leader, and he really helped the Jewish people. Moshe tells the Jewish people that he's going to make a new promise between God and the Jewish people. This time, when they make the new promise, they must promise to be God's people and follow the mitzvot and commandments in the Torah forever. Moshe reminds the Jewish people not to be tempted by the lifestyles of other nations that they passed when traveling from Egypt to the land of Israel, especially the ones that pray to idols. Moshe reminds the Jewish people again that they will be punished if they break their promise with God and do not follow his commandments. It is the responsibility of the community to make sure that the people who sin are properly punished. Moshe tells the Jewish people what will happen if they do not follow God's commandments and get kicked out of the land of Israel. Eventually, they will return to God, and they will return to the land of Israel. Moshe tells the Jewish people that God will circumcise your heart and your heart of your children, so you may love the Lord, your God, with all your heart and with all your soul. When everyone returns to the land of Israel again, they will serve God again. God will bless them with children, a lot of crops, and a lot of healthy animals. Moshe reminds the Jewish people that the mitzvot are not so difficult, and they are not too far away. It is in your mouth and in your hearts. Moshe tells the Jewish people that they have been given free choice. They can choose themselves between good and evil, life and death. They can choose if they want to follow God's commandments and be blessed, or not to follow them and be cursed. Moshe tells the people that they can make the decision between life and death, and they should choose life. I think, even though we have the right to make our own decisions, we should try our best to try and make the right ones. We should always try to be kind, help others, and act the way that God would want us to act. Moshe tells the Jewish people that he is 120 years old and is not allowed to enter the land of Israel. He cannot cross the Jordan River with them. This is so sad. After all of Moshe's hard work, he isn't going to be able to enter the land of Israel with the people that he is preparing for this day for the past 40 years. But Moshe made a mistake, and this was his punishment, not being able to enter the land of Israel. Moshe tells the Jewish people that Yehoshua will lead them with the help of God. God will destroy their enemies, and they should be strong and not be afraid. Parsha Vayelech, meaning, and he went, begins by Moshe telling Yehoshua to be strong and courageous. God will be there for him and will not abandon him. Moshe wrote the entire Torah and gave it to the Kohanim and Levites. Moshe tells them that every 7 years, during the Shemitah, all men, women, and children should come together on Sukkot to hear the king read sections from the Torah. God tells Moshe and Yehoshua to enter the Mishkan together. God appeared to them and told them that there will be a time when the Jewish people will abandon God and pray to other gods. When this happens, God will hide, and bad things will happen to the Jewish people. God promises them that the words of the Torah would not be forgotten. God tells Moshe and Yehoshua to create a song for the Jewish people to teach their children. We will learn more about this next week. If the Jewish people make bad decisions and choose evil, they will be punished. They will claim it is because God abandoned them. The song that Moshe and Yehoshua wrote will show that they are being punished for this behavior. The last mitzvah in the Torah is that every Jew should write their own Sefer Torah. If it is too difficult for you to write one yourself, you can hire a sofer or a scribe to do it for you. I remember when I was younger, my shul had a sofer write a new Torah. There was a whole parade in town, and then the sofer came to the shul to finish writing it in front of us. My family sponsored a letter, and we got to watch the sofer write it. It was so exciting. On Moshe's last day on earth, God tells him the entire Torah, and Moshe writes it down. Moshe gives the Torah to the Levites and told them to put it in the Aron HaKodesh, next to the Luchot. The other tribes were fighting because God gave the Torah to all the Jewish people on Har Sinai, and they wanted their own Torah scrolls as well. This made Moshe happy to see the Jewish people arguing over the Torah. This showed how much they really loved the Torah. Moshe accepts that he's going to pass away and he is ready to die. Hashem tells Moshe there will be a time when the dead will come to life, Techiyat Hamitim, and at this time you will lead the Jewish people again. Okay, I hope you were paying attention because it's quiz time! Are you ready to review the parsha? Let's begin. What does it mean that the Jewish people were given free choice? They can choose between good and evil. They can choose between following God's commandments and not following them. They can choose between life and death, or all of the above. That's right, all of the above. How old is Moshe in this parsha? 65, 99, 120, or 613? That's right, Moshe is 120 years old. What does the word Vayelech mean? And he went, enter the land, seek and you will find, or up the mountain? That's right, it means and he went. What is the last mitzvah in the Torah? Go to shul, brush your teeth, wash your hands, or to write a Sefer Torah? That's right, the last mitzvah is to write a Sefer Torah. Why was Moshe happy to hear the Jewish people arguing over the Torah? He liked a good fight, the people were going to be punished, debates are fun, or it showed how much they loved the Torah. That's right, it showed how much they loved the Torah. Great job, you got them all correct. Thank you for watching my Parsha video. Have a good Shabbos.